just while I calm down, I'm going to switch back to some 3-minute chess. And, okay. And for a nice, easy game for me to return, let's play this 2576 FIDE master who always beats me. Eilysium. Please go easy on me. I'm in a fragile state. Well, he's going so easy on me that he's not moving yet, so that's going to take that chance to have a little sip of my drink. Get my nerves back under control because we've got more moves to play. Right, a French defence. Let's try the 2 knights variation against this. And I can go back to commentating a little bit more leisurely and attempting to tell you what it is that I'm thinking about. I'm already thinking about him castling kingside into a mating attack, but you know, that's not so much calculating as wishful thinking. But you know, sometimes in blitz, they're the same thing. So I'm going to play this Queen E2 variation of this line. Looks like my opponent knows some theory. I've probably played this against him before. H4. There are lots of different ways of playing this position. Bishop B4 seems unusual from my memory. Could I play knight B5 here? Let's find out. Queen A5, King B1. H4 is just my usual hack attack move, but it's probably not such a bad position. This is, even though I've deliberately chosen this line because of its opposite sides castling and general attacking and hacking nature, it's not a bad way of playing for white, especially if you're trying to avoid masses and masses of theory. But of course I can no longer remember what to do. So I'm going to play King B1, which is always useful, getting my king off this rook's line. And it defends the A2 pawn for when he goes Queen A5, which I'm expecting at some point. And now I want to go G4, G5 and attack on the king side. But I am consciously trying to watch out for all of my opponent's tricks. Knight D6 is a reasonable option at some moment. To try and force him to give up the bishop for the knight. So knight d6 I would consider if it was white's move, g4 I would consider. Knight e5 in some positions, I could of course push this h-pawn. But there are too many options, I am just waiting to see what black will do. I have managed to gain a nice little lead on the clock in this 3-minute game against Eilysium. Be really nice for me to win this game. Knight e4. Okay. If I take, he can either take back or he could take the bishop on that square. Well, bishop takes, rook takes. Maybe I've even got a Greek gift sacrifice going here. Bishop takes, king takes, knight g5. It looks like fun. Trying to think of a reason not to play it. Queen h5. He gets a whole move to defend and it probably doesn't work. King g8, queen there. It just doesn't work. I should just go back with the bishop. What about knight g5 straight away? Pawn takes, knight takes. Okay, that looks more like it. I didn't want to play a move that didn't put a piece on pre. That just seems not like a lot of fun. H6, I'm probably going to go bishop h7 check, because if he goes king h8 then he might be winning a piece, but he doesn't really want to open up the h line, I don't think. So after h6 bishop check he'd probably go king f8, but then I can just win material with knight takes e6, or even queen takes e6. Really? Well, he's certainly not taking this knight off. Do I move back with the bishop or do I go queen h5? Probably I move back with the bishop to g6. Then he plays queen f6. Oh, I don't know. This game is complicated. Again. All of these complicated games. Let's just go g3 and harass the rook. A minute 3 against a minute. Oh, this is an interesting game. And f4? Why not? Or queen d3. Or bishop moves back. Too many moves that are interesting again. I want to go queen d3 and then some kind of trick. Oh, I don't know. Let's go here, and then rook takes and then bishop c5 and rook moves back. Desperately trying to find a way of playing this that just wins the game. Queen d3. Ah, just go here. I know he can win the exchange. I'm just hoping I've got a win. Oh, this game is... What? Oh yeah, of course. That's fine. But 31 seconds against 40. Queen e3. d4 maybe, then queen e4. Oh, queen e4 is a bad move. Queen c1. Gotta play queen c1. Okay, let's just move the bishop back. Oh, queen takes a2. Yeah, queen takes a2. Oh no, then king takes rook a5, queen a3. I almost just resigned on the spot there. That would have been bad because I'm not losing yet. Okay, and now I've seen it. Okay, a4 to prevent that. Takes king a2. Ooh. Right, this is going to turn into another game of who gets flagged. With the slight problem that I'm close to being mated. Oh, but he's close to being mated as well, so that's fun. Let's just flick those in. Whoops. And take that off. And take that off. I'm material up. Ah! And I lose the game on time. But look, I'm a rook up. That's like success. Well, that's the problem. But hopefully that was entertaining. There were some really interesting tactics there. He was trying to go queen takes a2, king takes rook a5 and rook a1 mate. That was just... and there were just too many tricks, and I did manage to spot them, but it just took up all of my time, and eventually he pushed me over. So sometimes in these blitz games, setting up tricks isn't enough to win you the game straight off the bat, because, you know, playing against other good players, they're likely to see the tactics. But if you can get your opponent to use enough time to spot it, then that can obviously lead to you winning the game just on that. Okay, we have a crazy line of the French Tarrasch. If this was the series of games to get me to calm down, I've done a terrible job of choosing the openings. But if they were just a series of games where I'm trying to provide maximum entertainment, then hopefully I've not done as horrendous a job. Although I will say, I think I'm going to take the second and final break after this game. So I have an extra central pawn here. Neither of our kings is safe. He's castled kingside into my attack. My king is trapped in the centre of the board. It's not going to be safe even if I end up going queenside here. So I need to make g3 or h3 work at some moment, but the problem is that I feel like I don't have enough development just here. I don't know. f4. I thought maybe I could just move a knight here. Can I go back to c6? Am I dropping a pawn if I do that? I didn't really want to take that off. Don't want to lie, I didn't want to take that one off. But I've been tricked into it. Well, the opening has gone non-ideally. But it's not a disaster. I have not dropped any material, and both of us still have attacks. Queen g7, let's play. Threatens mate on g2. He might not spot it. Knight takes h4 defends against it, but it does open up an h-line for my rook. And I can also go bishop e7. So I'd be very surprised to see knight takes h4 here. Rook f2 also allows knight g4, so he won't play that. I'm expecting rook g1. I don't know what I'm going to play against rook g1. And he plays rook g1. Well, there we go. I can go knight g4. Or bishop e7. Let's just go bishop e7. Try not to spend too much time when there's nothing obvious here. I need to put another knight on e4. So let's do that. Let's be the one that puts my opponent under pressure on my dropping material here. Knight, pawn takes, knight check, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen checks, rook there, doesn't work. Let's go knight h6. Ooh, knight h5. That's a better version of all of that because it attacks the bishop. Good stuff. Well, let's play that. So a good move for him would not be bishop c1. Bishop c7 is a better move than that. Can I go e5? Knight, pawn takes, knight check, king there, queen takes. I have absolutely no idea. I have literally zero idea. I'm going to play it safe and go knight there and back to f5 and then into g3. Because I'm up on the clock and I sort of like my position. I don't want to risk it in ridiculous circumstances here. Check. Expecting bishop takes. He doesn't play bishop takes. Can I go e5? I have no idea. Let's play it. Well, I need a checking on the king. His king's run out of squares. It must be close to mate. Need to defend this e5 pawn. I must touch up on the clock. Maybe it's time for me to finally get castled and bring all of my pieces into the game. I have no idea again. But maybe I should just win material with e4. I don't know. Hopefully my opponent will lose on time and I don't have to think about it. That's a depressing thing to say. But it's true. Well, he's sacrificing material. Am I missing something? Probably. He's got a lot of counterplay here. Wow, he's got a lot of counterplay. He's going to go bishop d7. Queen f7. Castle's queenside. 42 seconds versus 25. Bishop d6. Rook takes d6. Okay. And now I must be threatening some kind of mating trick with knight f1. This must be winning. What have I got? 2 pieces for a rook. 2 pieces for a rook and a pawn, but... Well, he's keeping the game alive, I suppose, with that move. But here... Let's just swap off. Come on. I'm up on the clock as well. Oh, that better not be a blunder. Rook takes c6, pawn takes, bishop takes a6. Yeah, it doesn't quite work. And... It's going to be just about enough to hold on here. Like there. Knight takes c6. I can go rook takes and rook. It's going to be mating. Takes, takes, takes. Oh, and I should have enough time to finish this off. Wow, that was tense, that game again. Well, let's offer him one more game. We'll call it a best of 3 if he wants. Does he want to have one more game? Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's fine.